As quickly as possible, I'm going to show you how to create random procedurally generated stars that are fully customizable to help your game stand out from the rest. No sprites involved. Obviously, I'm using GDevelop 5, but these principles will apply regardless of your engine. Within GDevelop, in your scene of choice, let's start by setting the background to a nice dark sky color. I'm going to go with a dark navy. First, add a new object, Shape Painter, name it Stars Painter. Deselect Draw the shapes relative to the object position, and deselect Clear the rendered image between each frame. What we're going to do is draw these images once and then leave them on the screen. For the outline color, I'm going to select a nice warm off-white, but you can pick whatever color you prefer. And I'm going to copy that color to both the outline and the fill color, and apply. Next, navigate to your events. Add a new event, add a condition at the beginning of the scene. OK. Shift D to add a new line. And we're going to declare local variables, so you can use Shift L or click up here on the top right. Now these variables are going to be the coordinates for the stars as well as their opacity. Enter variable X as a number, variable Y as a number, and variable opacity also as a number. Then we're going to add a repeat event. Drag that down below as a sub-event, so ensure that it's indented. And let's say repeat 1,000 times. Shift D for sub-event. Now what we're going to do here is draw the shape. So first we need to set the coordinates, variable value, and select the X local variable. And we're going to set that to random float and range from 0 to scene window width, and hit OK. And then similarly, we're going to do scene window height for Y. Control C, Control V for the whole event. Enter Y, and then simply change the word width to the word height. So X is set to random float and range from 0 to scene window width. Y is set to random float and range 0 to scene window height. Next, let's select our Stars Painter object and type the word draw. Here you'll see a lot of options for the shapes, including stars, but let's not pick stars. Right now I want you to pick the rectangle. And for the left X position, enter X, which is your local variable. Type Y for your Y variable. And then for the right X position, you actually need to add some size here. So we're going to do X plus 1. And the bottom Y position, you guessed it, Y plus 1. Now let's take a quick look. You'll notice that the screen is black. Why is that? You need to go back to your main page and drag the Stars Painter object somewhere onto the scene. Now when you hit the preview, you'll get stars. Now as you notice, these stars are very randomly placed, and they're a little bit retro looking because they're like large pixels. They're rectangles. Now if you're satisfied with this and that matches the theme of your game, go for it. But if you'd like just a little bit more, stick with me. Shift A to add another event, and here what we're going to do is modify the appearance. Add action, change variable. This time, select opacity. Set that to random and range 25 to 150. Why 25 to 150? Well, that's because 25 is the darkest you want these stars to be. I don't want them to be invisible, maybe just dim like they're really, really far away. 150 is the brightest that they'll be. Now, considering the stars are a background object, I don't want them to be too distracting, so I don't want them to be their full brightness. But you can change these to your liking. Next, we're going to apply that opacity by adding an action, select the Stars Painter object, and type opacity. Fill opacity, set that to your local opacity variable. OK. Similarly, go back to Stars Painter, search opacity, select outline. Again, set that to the same opacity variable. Now let's preview this. Now you'll see that we get what seems to be a little bit more depth in our star field. Some of these stars are dimmer and they appear further away. They're actually all the same size, but at least to my eyes, they appear slightly smaller or slightly larger too, which implies distance. Navigate out to your Stars Painter object, enter Effects, add 2D effect. From the type, select Glow, and I'm going to name the effect Glow. And then I'm going to select, again, a very similar color to before. I'm going to leave distance as the default, inner strength of 1, and outer strength of 5, and apply. You notice that all the stars have a nice little twinkly glow around them. Now again, you can customize this however you like. Leave your preview open, go back to your Stars Painter object under Effects, and I'm going to show you how you can preview this while you're making modifications. Let's say you want even more strength on this glow effect. So instead of 5, let's say you want maximum value. Type in the maximum value, and then down here on the bottom left, simply click Apply Changes to Preview. And it updates it in real time right in front of you. Now these stars are very brilliant. Now this might be a little too intense depending on the game you're making, but that's up to you. And again, these stars will be different every single time you open it. And that's it. Now I've shown you how to create random procedurally generated stars that you can fully customize to your liking. If this adds value for you, consider hitting the like, subscribe, and notification buttons for more content. And if you would like to support this channel, thank you. There's a link to my Patreon somewhere around here. If you'd like to chat and collaborate with me and my peers, feel free to join my Discord too. And until next time, I hope you have fewer bugs than I do. Thanks.